Ask an AI to write a test for your checkout flow. It gives you one. Ask again tomorrow, and you get a different one. Maybe better. Maybe one that calls a method your codebase does not have. Testing has always assumed the same input gives the same result. That is the first thing AI breaks. AI is changing how we test software, but using it well starts with understanding the terminology. Welcome to the AI Tester Dictionary, where we break down one AI term at a time from a software tester's perspective, mostly about using AI to test better, and increasingly, about testing AI itself. So, let's start at the beginning. What exactly does AI mean? And what does it actually change for testers? Artificial intelligence is the field of building computer systems that perform tasks which normally require human intelligence. Understanding language, recognizing images, making predictions, spotting patterns, solving problems, and making decisions. The word AI covers far more than most people realize. AI is not one technology. It is a nested set of them. Inside AI sits machine learning. Inside machine learning, deep learning. Inside deep learning, generative AI. And inside generative AI, large language models. AI agents are different. An agent wraps a model with tools, memory, and a loop, so it can take actions. Every one of these terms gets its own episode in this series. So, why not just write the rules? Traditional software is excellent when you can. If the password is wrong, reject the login. But how would you write if-else statements for every image that might contain a dog? Or for every way a customer might ask why their payment was rejected? Some problems are patterns, not rules. AI learns the pattern instead. At a high level, most AI works in two phases. First, training, where data goes in, and the model learns patterns from it. Then inference, where new input arrives and the model produces an output. For generative AI, that output is new content. Text, images, audio, or code. Most testers stop at the model. But the model is only one part. A real AI feature has a user interface, business logic, data, API calls, tools it can invoke, and guardrails around all of it. The model is a component inside a system. And the system is what you're testing. Say you ask an AI to generate a test suite for your checkout flow. You give it the requirements and a couple of existing tests. It reads the spec, drafts the cases, writes the assertions, and hands you 30 tests in about a minute. So, what do you actually check? Whether those assertions match the real requirement, whether it invented an API that does not exist, and whether the edge cases you care about are in there at all. This breaks a habit testers rely on. We're used to comparing an actual result against one exact expected value. AI output does not work that way. Ask it twice and you can get two different test suites, both perfectly reasonable. So the skill shifts from checking one exact answer to judging whether what came back is good enough. And AI brings failure modes your tools never had before. Hallucination, where it invents an API method that does not exist. Bias, where it keeps generating the same happy paths. Data leakage, when production data ends up in a prompt. Prompt injection, when untrusted test data steers the tool. And with agents, an action taken against a real environment. For questions for any AI you bring into your testing, where is the AI? What does it decide? What can go wrong? And how will you check it? Artificial intelligence is the broad field. Not one technology, and not a magic box that makes testing correct. Whether AI is writing your tests or sitting inside the product, treat it as something you evaluate. And shift the question you are asking. Don't just ask, did it work? Ask, how does it behave across inputs, contexts, and risks? That is artificial intelligence, the outermost ring. Next episode, we go one ring deeper into machine learning.